So I recommend that you sit towards the middle of your mat whilst we practice the breath. So that then all you have to do is take yourself down and you're in position for your relaxation. You can have your blanket alongside you ready, and your socks on and everything. It's important to layer up for the relaxation. As we relax, our blood drains away from the surface muscles of the skin. And then what happens is your muscles start to tense to try to hold on to it and keep that heat near the surface. So we're going to sit kneeling first. We're going to do Nadi sodhana. This is the alternate nostril breath. This is where we move the breath from side to side. So you can ignore me and just make a start if you already know it. I find it's better without my glasses, because we're controlling the breath at the nose. And you can rest your forefinger and your middle finger on your forehead whilst you use your thumb and your ring finger, or you can fold those two fingers into the palm of your hand. And there are different connotations for that. I teach that when I teach about hasta mudras and nadis and chakras and such like. Well, tonight is whatever's comfortable. Let your left hand rest wherever is comfortable, so your shoulders, both shoulders stay relaxed. Lift your breastbone, the chest is nice and open. And we'll control the breath just below the bone and the bridge of the nose. I want you to breathe in through both nostrils. And then closing your left, breathe out through your right. Should be a smooth breath, no strain, no force. Then breathe back in through your right. Close. Breathe out through your left. Back in through your left. And then out through your right. And you might find if you've got a blocked nose that one side is going to work and the other isn't. Don't try to force it. If the breath isn't working for you this evening, simply lower your hand and just visualize the flow of the breath. At no point when we're doing a breathing exercise should there be any force, any strain. Each inhale and exhale wants to be a smooth breath. And because you're controlling the breath, it's going to be deeper than you would naturally breathe. But we're not looking to make it a strain. We're not introducing any force. You could count if you wanted. So you could look at counting the length of the breath in, counting the length of the breath out. And you could work with any of the ratios that we've used or work with, like 4-2, 4-2, or 6-3, 6-3. You could simply pay attention, be aware of the different sensation between the in-breath and the out-breath. Cooler air breathed in, warmer air breathed out. Know that this is a relaxing breath, it's a calming breath. It's a very good breath, it's a great aid for concentration. Whenever you've got to do any kind of work, it helps balance in the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. So it helps to balance our creative side and our non-creative side. It also balances the frontal and rear cortexes of the brain. So our habitual, instinctive habits, our conscious versus our subconscious. I want you to finish up the round that you're doing. There's no rush. Finish in your own time, and when you get to the end of that round, I'm going to ask you to just lower your hand, sit quietly, release your shoulders. Just observe how you feel. And then without disturbing yourself too much, you can just straighten one leg and the other leg, lower yourself down into Shavasana. Check you have your hips and shoulders in line with each other, that you've got that spinal alignment. Have your arms slightly away with your palms facing up towards the ceiling, so that it's telling your subconscious, this is relaxation now, we're going to relax now. Not going to move, we're not taking any deliberate physical movement for the next 15-20 minutes. We're exactly where we're supposed to be, doing what we're supposed to do. If there's any area of your body that you feel you need to have a stretch and a tighten to help to release any tension, you can do. So you want to have a stretch through your legs or through your arms, or if you want to give your head a little roll from side to side, make any physical adjustments that you need to, so that you can get your physical body into that position where it can remain still, motionless. You're not moving, we're practicing being still without holding ourselves still in Shavasana. We're learning the art of letting go. I'm going to do a little body scan, and if you find any tension anywhere, you can focus on it and release it. So I want you to take your awareness down into your toes. Soften up and release your toes. Imagine that your feet are in a warm bath. And you can feel your toes softening. You feel the spaces in between the toes. It feels as if the toes are softening and expanding as they relax. And that feeling spreads into the soles of your feet, through the arches, around your ankles, into your calves, around your shins, your kneecaps, the back of your knees, back of the thighs, the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the top of the thighs, both legs completely released and relaxed, not going anywhere. And release all holding. Let go. Allow that feeling, that relaxation to spread through your hips, your pelvis, the cheeks of your bottom, the back of your waist, your lumbar spine, the whole of your spine, from your tailbone, up through the back of the waist, through the back of the ribs, in between the shoulder blades, relaxing into the neck, all the way up the spine to the base of the skull. Let go. Release through into the front of the body, relaxing the heart and the lung cavity, the sides of the ribs, Allow the shoulder blades to release towards the floor. Take your attention into your arms, your hands and your fingers. And as we did with the feet, imagine the hands resting in a warm bath, the fingers softening, that feeling of softening and expanding as they release through the fingers, the palms of the hand, the back of the hands, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, the armpits, the shoulders, the back of the neck, the throat, chin, lower lip, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyelid, left eyelid, right cheek, left cheek, tongue, teeth, jaw, right ear, left ear, back of the head. Feel the points of contact between your body and the floor. Sink the entire weight of your body down into these points. Back of the head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right forearm, left forearm, right buttock, left buttock, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, right heel, left heel. Whole body resting. Now put your attention on the subtle movement of your breath. And I want you to take control of your breath once more. I want you to breathe in and feel that breath moving into your body. So that is the only movement that your physical body is taking now, that movement of your breath as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out. I want you to visualize that you breathe in with the whole of the right side of your body. The right leg, the right arm, the right side of the waist, the right chest. And then you breathe out with the whole of the left side of your body. And you breathe in with the whole of the left side of your body. And you breathe out with the whole of the right side of your body. And you continue like that for the next few minutes. Breathing in from one side, out from the other. And now leave the awareness of the breath. And we're just practicing being still, being motionless. So relaxed that there's no movement going on. There's no holding anywhere in the body. No physical movement, no physical holding. You're not going anywhere. You're deliberately being here where you are, here right now. Completely relaxed. Be still. And in this stillness, in the middle of this not movingness, you can be aware of the natural movement of life that's happening within you. You can feel your body breathing all by itself. There's no control necessary. You could put your awareness in your nostrils and feel the air coming in and going out. Just aware of your breathing. Not doing, simply observing and watching. And that there's always some sensation in the nostrils with the movement of the air, and it's very subtle as we relax. Sometimes they're stronger, sometimes they're barely there. Your body is breathing. And there's this feeling of satisfaction as your body breathes naturally, and there's this air hunger that arises, and your body responds to that and breathes. And it might be that you feel the air moving more in one nostril than the other. Just notice. And there's this kind of unconscious tendency to want to control the breath. But instead, just try to allow it to flow in and out without any obstruction or any control from yourself. No strain. The breath moving at its own natural pace. Learning not to be in control, learning to allow it to happen. Learning to be where you are, in the now, in the present. And it might be that in this stillness, in this just being here now, that there are thoughts or emotions, the thoughts that come to mind. They could be from something that's going on now, or they could be from the past, they could be thoughts of the future, they could be from way years, decades back. Aim to just notice anything that does come, but not to give it any energy, like not to fan the flames, to just notice. It is in these quiet periods, it's when we start to do meditation or relaxation, that things that may have been suppressed or buried will see an opportunity and burst forth in the stillness. Just notice, you don't have to process or deal. We're told that this is where we're fully in tune with ourselves, with that inner wise being, the greater consciousness. I've got a quote here for you. Consciously accessing thought-free wakefulness gives you peace of mind. The empty mind has room for something new, a new perspective. When you are not busy thinking, you will still be experiencing. You will still be conscious. Your mind will not become null and void or cease to exist simply because it is not busy thinking. Instead, it will be more open, more available, more sensitive to the stimulation of insight and guidance. You just notice what pops up for you and not to worry if nothing pops up. Allow yourself to enjoy the state of just being, of not doing, of having let go of all conscious control and action. Now bring awareness to how you feel. Put your awareness in those points of contact between your body and the floor. Feel the weight of your body against the floor. Feel the heaviness, the back of your head, shoulder blades, forearms, cheeks of your bottom, calf muscles, heels. Be aware how still the body is. Know that this feeling, this lovely feeling, this feeling of just being that suspended within yourself. It's there inside you all the time, this stillness, this calmness. It's inside everybody. Gets lost with the mind, with thoughts, with stimulation of the senses and emotions. But it is there inside each and every one of us. It's our natural state. We're going to think about becoming fully external in a few moments. Before we do that, I want you to visualize the surroundings. Be aware of your body lying on the floor. Feel the points of contact between your body and the floor. Visualize the room that you're in. And for those of you in the hall with me, visualize the other people in the room with you. Now, taking control of your breath once more. Begin to breathe more deeply. Let yourself gradually deepen and lengthen each breath. Continue to breathe more deeply as you start to look at introducing some movements. So you'll start by gently moving your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch out your hands and your feet. And look at stretching your arms and your legs. Take your time. There's no rush. You're going to stretch. You're going to disturb yourself gradually at your own pace. Because you're lying on the floor and your back's going to relax. When you've stretched and yawned, you're going to need to roll onto your side and curl up on your side for a few breaths, a few minutes before you sit up, so that you're allowing your heart and your blood pressure to come back to normal before you come up to sit in.